OK， 今天给你们看点不一样的啊，我们翻车了。OK，in English 啊 ，Today show you something different. We make a very bad mistake. Okay, very bad, very serious. Okay, let's go through and see what happened. So this side is actually correct. The color is correct. Everything, the detailing, all inside, everything is correct. All this all correct. But as we turn around, there's a lot of mistake. Okay, what is the mistake? First thing, you notice the door is missing. There's supposed to be a door here. So what happened? And what is the mistake? Let's take a look at our drawings. Okay, as we zoom into the drawing, the lamination is actually wrong. So this code number, our drafter put it at the wrong area. So this code number is for white color. Then this code number is for gray color. So the drawing is correct. Okay, but the code put wrongly. That means this 1109 should be at here. And this DB702 should be here. So because of this typo error, the worker on site actually laminated wrongly. Because he followed the code, he never followed the drawing. So that's on site, you see, wrong already. Our drawing is supposed to be white doors. Now the door is brown color. Gray color. And this side is supposed to be gray, become white. So totally swap already. So, okay, now how to solve this? First thing, you have a few options. One is redo the whole piece. Okay, how come it's a redo and not a re-laminate? Later I explain. Okay, first option is inform homeowner that we need more time to finish the project. See whether they got a place to stay. If they don't have, then there's no option to redo, because you have to tear down the whole thing and so-called redo. Second option is we talk to homeowner and let them see if they can accept some kind of discount. It won't be a small discount, or definitely it's a hefty discount, because it's our mistake. We have to admit that this time we make a mistake. So this is July this year, we are almost coming to August. It's July this year. So out of the 7 months of handovers that we have, I think we hand over close to almost 100 projects in this year already. Out of 100 projects, you sure bound to make some mistake, This is the most serious one. The small one we have rectified, so it's okay. So in Chinese, there's a saying say, 常在河边走，哪有不湿鞋？今天我的鞋子就湿了。Okay, so we always walk around the river. One day your shoes will get wet. So in this case, our shoes are wet. Okay, so actually, how is the mistake made? First thing is drafter, she accidentally put the wrong text or wrong code number on the wrong section. Then the carpenters didn't see the 3D drawing properly, and then assume that whatever she write is correct, and then that's it. Made mistake already. So, okay, just now I was saying why it has to be redone and not so-called you can do a re-lamination and salvage on site. Why cannot? Okay, because if you were to cheat the customer and don't tell them and straight away laminate another layer on it, or just laminate another layer, you can so-called solve the problem now. You can collect money, and then what's going to happen in the future? The lamination will pop. Why pop? Is because you are not allowed to laminate on another laminate surface. This is laminated surface. If you re-laminate onto a laminated surface, very fast the lamination will pop up, because the laminate and the glue is supposed to catch onto raw wood, which is like that one, raw wood. We need to catch onto the raw wood, then it will be more secure. So if you don't have such an opportunity, you already laminated wrongly, you want to re-laminate again, technically it's not allowed lah. Of course, there are carpenters that swear to it, say never mind, just laminate, put a bit of glue, more glue, then okay already. Or there are carpenters like that. In fact, we also tell homeowners that if you have an old resale house, you don't want to tear down the cabinet, you want to re-laminate, we don't allow it, other people do. Then you'll be like, hey, how come other people can? Why Reno Scout cannot? It's because we need to 讲一点良心啦. That means we have to be honest to you that we are not after your money. If we were to do this and so-called cover up the old laminate with a new laminate, it will pop over time. When exactly it will pop, we don't know. Can be 3 months, 6 months, 1 year. And by then, you already paid the money already, right? None of our business. So we cannot do things like that. We must be honest. We made a mistake. In order to rectify the mistake, we got 2 choices. One is we redo the whole thing. That means tear down, redo, or remove the lamination. It's very, very hard to remove the lamination here because it's all full pieces one. Very, very hard, all interlinked together. So in this case, the redo option is very costly and time consuming for both parties because if homeowner don't have a place to stay, they need to find a rental place and things like that. So in our situation right now, tomorrow is our handover. Homeowner don't want to delay the handover anymore. They are okay to accept the discount. So that is one option to explore. That's one option to explore. But to be very honest with you, it is not easy because we run so many projects a year. There are bound to be some times that we make mistakes. And then when the mistake is spotted, we need to own up to the mistake and then rectify. Having said that, what about the previous video that got a lot of comments? The conflict with our towelers, and then we were talking about if they make a mistake again, we give them a fine. What about this? This is such a hefty mistake that a company has to absorb a very exorbitant amount of loss. Can we go and tell our workers, oh, you make such a big mistake, you got to pay like 50% of the mistake, pay a few $1,000s. Can or not? Cannot, Okay, why cannot? Okay, first thing, you will ruin the morale of the team because every time there's a mistake, you want worker to bear half or bear some responsibility, and then the fine is very hefty. It's not a $10, $20 fine, it's a few $1,000s fine. Nobody can accept one. Nobody there to work for you. Then you will lose all your talented workers. This worker, this carpenter that built this carpentry also built a carpentry for the rest of the house as well. Later we go and see all his finishing. If you fault him on this one mistake that is not entirely my carpenter's mistake, it's also my drafter's mistake, 50-50 lah, both got mistake. If you ask both of them to pay a few $1,000s, they won't be working with us anymore tomorrow. It's not fair. It's not fair. And also in the terms of MOM regulations, okay, I've been an employer for a long time now. This is not my only company. So I know and I read the MOM rules and regulations. Thank you so much for reminding me in the previous videos. I know it's illegal to give a fine or deduct salary from your employees. MOM don't allow. I know that. But of course, there are some times that we need to balance rules and regulation for MOM and also on the ground what we see. Sometimes you don't have to enforce. You just have to talk to your workers nicely. So in this case, I told my worker, this is the truth, everyone heard it. I say, okay, last time we say, after 2 years you want to go back to your home country. I think after this few mistakes made, not this one mistake, this is not the only mistake he made. Another mistake made about few months back, I think about 2 months back. So total in this 1 year he made 2 mistakes. So I told him, wow, this mistake, this one very costly, very costly. So maybe after 2 years up, you go back home to enjoy a bit, maybe have a long leave, but you must come back and work for me. Or earn back this so-called mistake. He very happy after he heard that. He said, 老板，只要你愿意用我，我会长期跟住你的。 为什么会这样 ？It's because throughout the whole thing, I wasn't shouting, I wasn't raising my voice. I sat down with the two of them, actually three of them, my manager, my drafter, and my carpenter. And then I didn't lock them in my office. It was an open office, and then we sit down and we talk about the situation, how to resolve the situation, how to talk to homeowner, and then if homeowner insists on replacing the whole thing, we have to honor it. We have to honor it, and who to rectify it. Okay, how many workers to arrange and things like that. The logistics behind it. And whether the material still have stock, because sometimes after one project the material can run out of stock, then you run out of the colors you want and things like that. So throughout the whole process it was more like a negotiation, not negotiation, it was a discussion and how to prevent next time another 翻车现场. I don't want another error, so serious error to happen. So how to prevent that? Okay, then we look at our drawings. Okay, how to prevent that? I thought of this way, which is not only have the color code on this side, we want them to put Chinese onto our details also. Actually, if you have spotted it, the tranquil grey top and bottom cabinet frame is correctly labeled here. The cabinet door being SCA 1109D is correctly labeled here, but there's no Chinese, there's no translation. So next time round, to make my carpenters life easier, we will give them Chinese and English translation, so there's less errors to be made. I'll give them more help on the translation part. So with the Chinese words being input into the instructions, it will mean that less mistakes can be made, but sometimes you are unable to solve all the handiwork mistakes. Okay, so that means the drawing has two portions. One portion was correct, the words part was correct, but the labeling of the actual 3D model was wrong. So drafter made a split-second error, but that split-second error caused this mistake to be made. Sometimes in life it's like that. Good example is like when you're driving, people say don't text, right? Some people don't care, text, reply message. And then suddenly you hit someone, you have an accident, and then someone's life is lost. It's a split-second error, but it can become a very serious repercussion or serious consequences. So in this case, it is something like that. Split-second error, thousands of dollars lost. Customer also maybe not happy. Definitely not happy one. This is not the color they choose. How to be happy? They have to so-called live with it because tomorrow they have to move in already. So is it a pleasant situation? No. It is an unhappy situation for everyone. There's no winners in this case. So what can I say is that workmanship is something that is very hard to capture on camera. The team effort behind us, having all the drawings and trying to minimize mistakes, it is very hard to quantify this. But this is also why we are so popular, because with all the drawings and the minimization and owning up of mistakes, we can make sure that the homeowner's renovation process is a happy one. We try our best. Not always we succeed. Just like sometimes, an analogy for you is that no matter how good is your chef, there are some days that maybe off days, not so on the dot. There are some days that his dishes may taste a bit off because angry, forget, put more salt, 1 more teaspoon of salt, and then end up too salty, things like that. So in this case, not enough salt. So maybe next time round we shouldn't make this kind of mistakes. Okay, that's for us to rectify, and let's go on and see the rest of the no 翻车的现场. That means no mistakes made. This is part of the cabinet door that was actually taken down. So if you've seen some of my videos, this is where we're going to put the shoes. But it's going to be vertical. You're going to put the shoes behind here, in this corner. Then you push open, pull out, your shoes can be behind. Shoes can be behind. So far everything okay here. I'm happy with what I see. Then Lights also installed already. Okay, our TV feature wall and the TV console. So you see the finishing that we did, there are actually no join lines. Okay, let me measure. Okay, managed to make until no joints. Two, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. 2, 4, 5. It's longer than the usual 8 feet laminate. We have to order laminate that is longer in order to have no joints being seen. Then the long, this is very long. This one no joints. Oh, got joint. This one got joint. I almost can't see the joint. Almost can't see the joint. Let me see how long this is. Total of 3 meters. 3 meters. This color doesn't come with the 10 feet laminate, but let's try to find the joint together. I managed to find the joint, but on the camera it's going to be very hard for you guys. So we're going to start from maybe the right side all the way, slowly pan the camera to try to find the joint on our laminate surface. Okay, maybe camera can see already. Give you a hint already. Then later we zoom back and see where is the joint. Okay, then the joint is actually here. So if you are not looking for it, just a general sweep across, you don't really see it. But of course it's not yet a clean finish. Still got some more of our fingerprints here and there. If I clean it finish, then you can even better the finishing. Even better. Tomorrow let them go and clean up. Okay, then let's see, go into the kitchen. Okay, as we enter the kitchen, you notice there's different level of heights. This one is the island, so this one will be so-called taller. Then you can have your breakfast in front. This side will be the basin. Let me see if it's the same height. Basin and cooking area. 87, they opt for same height this time, but you can have different height. For example, if you prefer, you can actually have your sink area taller. I mean this one taller, and then if your stove is not on the same side, your stove can be further shorter down. So when you're cooking, you don't scour your hand. That's a possibility. Then as we go along, okay, drawers here. Drawers on this side. This side will be for the cutleries. Then 2 levels for your ladles. So you realize that all our drawers we usually will have side mount tracks, under mount tracks, not side mount tracks. Side mount tracks is very flimsy and very hard for the cabinet to survive long term. Under mount tracks can survive better. And then underneath the bottom part, we use a full piece or 15 mm wood, or this is 15 mm, rather than the usual 3 mm wood. Because if you use 3 mm, your weight will crush the board and then the board will collapse and the drawer will spoil. So these are the small little things that we do to make sure that the cabinet lasts longer. Okay, very good. They even vacuum the inside already. I can show you. Come. Sometimes you open up and then you see very scary one. Inside is all dust. But for us, we already vacuum. Not dirty. And then one thing I tell my carpenters to make sure is that we install the tracks on site at a later date rather than some other counterparts we have seen. They actually install the tracks very early on, and then the tracks will have a lot of the dirt and dust stuck at the corners. This one, you will spoil the lifespan of the mechanism because this mechanism has grease all over it. If you have a lot of dust, it's going to make it last shorter. That means it will spoil easier. So these are the nitty-gritty details that we want to make sure that our boys follow through. Because if the drawers are going to be installed at the very late stage, you don't need the tracks to be installed so early. or install it at a later date. Later then I put back. Okay. Open those so you can see easily. All our doors, all the screws are fully secured already. I mean no missing screws. No missing screws. The metal studs we use are the big ones, the sturdy ones. Now you can adjust easily. Okay, 差不多了。Later then I put this back. Space for the fridge. Space for the fridge. Did we leave a big one? Yep, this one can fit most of the fridges in Singapore already. Okay, let's move into the rooms. Okay, so this room we have built for them a queen size bed with a bedside table and headboard. Let me turn on the lights for the headboard. Oh, RGB. Oh, that means you can control. The control not here, is it? Control they didn't put here, don't know where they put. Tomorrow they'll have to hand over to owner lah. So this one has RGB lights on. I mean you can tune the lights color, but use the remote control. Then here, this one don't need to tune lah. This one is white color. Okay, then one thing to take note is that if you are having cabinets for the books, right? You want to put files or ring files. You should have enough space for your ring file. So in this case, we make enough space. The minimum you should be looking at is at 35 cm. A lot of the carpenters or interior designers not confident. They go and put it at 30. Wrong. If you put it at 30, your ring file cannot go in. So we have two sections for the ring file, and then on top is a beam. We straight away just box it up. So no choice. This one you can't put much. Can't put much. Then in the other video that I was complaining about the drawer height, our drawer height is very shallow. Why is it shallow for the study table? Is because you're going to have your computer chairs go in with an arm. The arms go in. If your drawer is very thick, it will hit the arms and then the computer chair cannot go in. So this is why for the study cabinet, study table, it has to be a very shallow drawer. And then what are you going to put inside? You're going to put things like your stapler, or my measuring tape is quite small already. You can go in. Of course, if you put it this way, it's not going to go in. So your stapler, all this can go in. Stationery, just small items. Small items can go in. But big items cannot. So this is why it's designed this way. Only for stationery. Things like your pen, pencil, eraser, and your biggest will be your stapler. Then can go in okay already. Okay, this side we have no drawers. I think that side we have. Yep, drawers drawers on the front. Drawers on the front here. So drawers on the front. Drawers on the front. Then that side, do we have drawers? No. So they opt for no drawers at the side. Only drawers at the front. And if you see, this is a very big piece of headboard. Where do we hide the joint lines? There is a joint because the lamination is bigger already. The joint will be all the way at the corner there. Very, very far down. So hard for you to spot. Hard for you to spot. So this is how we finish our carpentry on site. Make sure that there's no joints to be seen easily. Okay, this one, very nicely done. No funny joints in the middle of nowhere. Even the lamination in here is also one full piece, no joints. The joints is here. Almost can't see. The joint is here. Almost cannot see. Then another signature for us that we always tell you in the videos, our doors for the sliding door is top hung. There are no tracks at the bottom. no tracks at the bottom, so the door will not drop off. Or those, the old-fashioned one or the cheaper ones are the ones with tracks at the top and bottom. Those kind of doors can fall off and injure your leg. Ours, you see, I'm shaking it. It's going to stay solid. It will stay because there is a stopping pin at the bottom and then tracks on top. And we can see that's the difference that we use. And then the door is very smooth one. There are rollers definitely, so you definitely will hear some noise or sound. No matter what kind of doors, there will be some sound. It can't be a silent door. Okay, then for us, all our finishing, same thing, drawers all at the side, on the bottom mount tracks, not side mount tracks. Bottom mount tracks ensure that the weight limit is higher and more long lasting. And it has soft closing as well, locks. Okay. Also soft closing. Okay, I'm happy with the finishing, all very nicely done. Some of the things is very hard to see on video because you're not here in person. But we try our best to show you Okay, this room less carpentry, only one in the section here. There is no study table in this room, so very big drawers, a big space to hang clothes, and then on top there's a beam area, so have to become shallower. So other than that, quite standard for this room. Let's move to the next one. Master, there's more carpentry. Okay, so I'm going to show you how we do our special L shape. So first thing, you have to close back the left hand door, then you close the right hand door. So this is how it looks when it's so-called all closed up. Okay, then if you want to use the cabinet, how do you use the special L-shaped cabinet? Open the right side, then open the left, and then at this stage you can easily access the entire section. Easily access. You don't have to step on it, you can just take. But if you want to step, you can also withstand your weight. Easy to access the entire area. So this is something that we like to do, and for us, we want to make sure that your carpentry lasts. So we want to have the support in the middles as well. All those support struts we always show is in the middle. All these support struts. So with this kind of support, your hanging rod will not deteriorate. At the bottom, we also added more supports. So if you have compared some of my carpentry, is improving over the ages. Last time we don't have this wood in the middle. Now we added even more support. More and more kiasu. But kiasu is good because end of the day, if you are not staying for 5 years, you are staying for more than 5 years, this is something that it doesn't add any cost to you, but it is something that we like to do for our homeowners and make sure they're happy with it. This one also got light. One light spoil. Master, tell them. Must buy another light here. One light spoil. Later I tell them. Usually for lights, we'll have two-way one. What's this? Oh, they install wrongly. It's a two-way switch. Okay, this one must change. Who is my electrician? 这个打屁股了，要骂人了。Okay. Two-way switch go install one way for me. Yeah, very cute. Who so smart? Should be who so stupid, okay? Not who so smart. Sometimes see this kind of thing, you want to smile also cannot smile. Very stupid. This one okay, standard. You turn on the light, then you can have your dresser here. Okay, how do we save money for homeowner? Okay, this is one of the things that we usually like to do, which is you keep the basin from our BTO optional package that you have signed up with homeowner, or if you are forced to have the sink installed because you cannot opt out, then keep the sink, build a cabinet under the sink. So with that, you can hide all the pipes. You can hide the pipes. This one not yet clean up, must clean because tomorrow is handover already. Later I get my workers to come over. Then with that, you don't have to remove your sink, remove the tap, buy a new sink, and make a cabinet and things like that. No need. You just build a carpentry over it. Then you'll be thinking, what about water splashes? Okay, this carpentry, the wood that we use, is waterproof. So because it's waterproof, you are not scared to splash water. Different from the traditional plywood that you use in the kitchen. That's different. Or in the cabinets or wardrobes. Okay, I saw something I can show you all. I think the camera can spot also. Why we insist to laminate on site is because the walls and ceiling are not going to be straight. If you don't laminate on site, this curve you will not be able to solve. You need to laminate on site, then you can have this nice finishing and then no gaps on top. Because it's not straight, this one is curved down, and then here as we go along, it's coming to be a little bit straighter, then it starts to curve down again. Curve down again. Even the left side also is not straight one, or it's undulating. So why is it that we insist to laminate on site? It's because if you don't laminate on site, what you're going to have is very ugly finishing that you have seen in my previous comparison video. So you don't want to end up with ugly finishing, you need to laminate on site. Also, you can see our side panel, full piece, or let the B-roll come in. So full piece of the side panel, no joints. Last time in the counterpart video from our carpenters from across the crossway, they have this joint very ugly here. But we have no joints here, totally flat. The whole thing is flat. Why is it flat? And also you take a look at our finishing, the cornering finishing. No crack line, no cracks, the finishing. Okay, why is it done until to this level? It's because I very OCD, okay? I cannot accept the workmanship that is poor. And also because of my training. That means I can say that my uncle taught me well, my grandpa built up a good reputation, I have to keep the face of our family. So our carpenters, all of them trained by us, make sure we follow a certain standard. We are proud of our work. I definitely can tell you that. But not everyone is the same. Not all carpenters are built the same. You have seen the across the crossway nonsense that they do. So other than that, let's go. Let's go and see other finishing. This one also done nicely already. Okay, if you're wondering when can you remove all this so-called sticky tape on the wall, blue, red, and black, when can you remove them? The answer is, after your renovation, you have drilled everything into the wall already. That means you're not going to add any more drilling items. You have attach your shower rack, attach your shampoo holder, your toilet paper holder, your towel holders. And if you have drilled all this in already, which we will do for you, don't drill yourself, don't DIY, this one you'll crack the towel. After we drill in for you already, then it's time to remove already. Before remove, try to take photo or video and keep it in your so-called records. Because next time, if you do want to add something, please see before you add. And then one more note to take is, at this area, usually is the common bathroom will have this kind of problem. This is a common bathroom. You have the switches here, meaning that there's wire in the wall. So behind is your toilet bowl. Don't go and drill at this entire section. This entire section don't drill. You drill, there's a chance you will hit the wire and spoil the wire, got to fix it. So this area you got to avoid. These are the things sometimes homeowner will miss out. There are wires in the wall. The wire don't just happen to give you electricity supply from nowhere. It has to be hidden somewhere. So all we talk about already. Finishing talk about already. The rest cleaning also okay. Tomorrow clean another round, then okay already. So okay. I think we come to more or less the end of the video. We walk you through the whole house. Our finishing is there. Our 翻车现场, there's only so much I can do. Tomorrow we come and install the doors back and then finish up the rest of the works and then can hand over to homeowner. So with that, if you like what you see, you want to engage us as your renovation contractor or interior designer or carpenter, please WhatsApp to our number at 9007-3368. Thereafter, our admin will handle your case and invite you to come over to meet us at our sales event. I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.